Hey guys, how's it going? Companion here. So the time has come to talk about a very interesting card. It's time to talk about Doomsayer. Now, Doomsayer is one of those cards that a lot of players think it's really bad, but for me, I've kind of grown to really like the card. I've actually used the card in a constructed priest deck recently. This is my Steel Priest. I'm not going to go into the deck too much, but it's basically you control the board as much as possible. Early game with Doomsayer's Explosive Sheeps, and late game with Light Bombs. I found that Light Bomb is actually more effective than Holy Nova, considerably so in most cases. And yeah, you just stall out the game and you pull off that bullcrap Shrink Meister, Cabal, Shadow Priest, or Shadow Madness kind of combo and all that kind of stuff. But what really helps, what really lets the deck get to the mid and late game against the more aggressive decks is the Doomsayer. You know why? Well, the Doomsayer tends to be a very good card in the early game. When your opponent has a 1-drop and a 2-drop, and then you play a Doomsayer, if he doesn't have like some kind of spell or sometimes a weapon, it's usually going to stick. If the Doomsayer sticks, not only does it kill at least one other card, let's say, sometimes two if you're lucky, but what it does most significantly is it prevents the opponent from playing something that turn. So let's say he does 1-drop, 2-drop, then you do Doomsayer, as I mentioned. Because the Doomsayer will trigger at the start of your next turn, anything that he plays will basically die before it gets to attack, unless it has charge, and if it has charge, it probably is to kill the Doomsayer. Now, traditionally, people have used other kind of cards to deal with the Doomsayer, and those usually involve silence. And as it turns out, with GVG, with everyone trying to min-max their deck to be more aggressive, more this, more that, what I've found is the case is everyone seems to be subbing out their silences. Very few people are running silence anymore. I've even seen druids sub out Keeper of the Grove, but yeah, that's a little rare. Generally, the druids are still going to have the silence, but there's not that many druids on ladder, and just about nobody else has a silence. Sometimes a control warrior will have one, but still, it's one of those cards that really works right now if you're trying to push a slow deck into the mid and late game. You don't have to play Freeze Mage to play it. But I do want to mention a few other things about this very nifty card. As it so happens, Doomsayer doesn't actually have to be in your deck for it to affect how you play Hearthstone. Now, when it comes to high-level play in Hearthstone, there's a lot of technicalities that often escape people who are not too familiar with the game. And what I mean by this is there's a card that can actually summon a Doomsayer, and it's a card that almost everyone plays. It is the Piloted Shredder. This is 4 for a 4/3, and the death allows to summon a random 2-cost minion. You know what random 2-cost minion there is in the game? Fucking Doomsayer. So you kind of have to play around this, because while it is very unlikely, it's still a statistical chance. It's actually, in terms of 2-drops, I think it's more than 1% of the time when you kill a Piloted Shredder, you're going to summon a Doomsayer. And picture the situation, if your opponent has a Piloted Shredder and you're attacking into him, you don't want to play creatures before killing off their Piloted Shredder, because if you play creatures, then you kill their Piloted Shredder, then they happen to get Doomsayer, and you can't kill it anymore, well, you're basically going to lose all the creatures that you just played for free. So that's one situation where you have to remember, always, when they have a Piloted Shredder, if you plan on killing it that turn, don't play anything else until you kill it. And the other case is that if you're losing horribly, let's say your opponent has like 6 Sylvanuses on the board and a Piloted Shredder, and you're basically at 1 life, but you have a Lightning Bolt. Well, you haven't technically lost the game, because when you force spawn a Doomsayer for your opponent, he has no control, he has no reaction to it. If you Lightning Bolt their Piloted Shredder, maybe a little over 1% of the time it's going to spawn that Doomsayer, but when it does, because the effect will trigger before they actually can do anything on their turn, you can clean up their board very easily. So you can kind of think about it like it's never over till it's over when they have a Piloted Shredder on the board. But this gets a little bit more exciting, it gets a little bit more interesting, because while some people don't have Doomsayers in the deck, some people don't even have Piloted Shredders in the deck, some of those people have Piloted Sky Golems in their deck. So if they have a piloted Sky Golem, and it looks like you have no chance of winning, as it turns out, it's quite possible that if you kill their... Okay, maybe not quite possible, but there's a chance. There's some statistical chance that if you kill a piloted Sky Golem, and you kill a piloted Shredder that spawns from it, and then it spawns a Doomsayer, it'll wipe their board before they can react, even if it's filled with garbage that you can't otherwise deal with. So it's something to keep in mind. I think it's pretty cool. I really like the randomness of all the new cards, especially in this case when the randomness is really extreme but influential, because if you're not tuning into these abilities, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to look kind of stupid every now and then, and it's just kind of like playing correctly. So remember, if it's a piloted Shredder, you kill it before you play shit. If it's a piloted Shredder, well, sometimes you're just going to pull a win out of your ass because it's going to summon a Doomsayer. So you got to keep that in mind. It's not over until it's over sometimes, and it's very important to know when. In any case, hope you guys love playing Doomsayer. I certainly have. I'm going to try to fit into as many decks as I can, as you guys have seen recently. And even in Arena, it's still a pretty damn good card. So great stuff. Love the new stuff. And I do want to show you guys examples of how to play and how not to play with piloted Shredders. Enjoy. I'll take a 1 out of 3.
Oh, wait, let me guess. Fighting Death coming? Yep, of course.
That's balanced, no? Gotta get that armor, bro. Better not be Doomsayer. Oh my god, it is Doomsayer! You're in good shape, bro!
What the fuck?
You're in good shape.
What the hell?
Oh, man.
Not cool. Not cool. Fade Death combo busted. Dude, why would you play that? Oh, that would work, wouldn't it? Because my thing goes first. Fucking Armor Smith, dude.
Calm down, you salty dog. I think I'm gonna get it in pink, but in women's design. Wait, dude, you can't even get it in pink and women's? Like,
No.
what's the point? What's the point?
Yeah, this is awfully sexist, Trip.
Bro, get off.
Blue's only available to women and not men. Alright, I'm done.
You can just get a women's. Oh my god, I got a fucking Doomsayer. Wait, that's good! Nerubian Egg! Synergy, bras. Synergy.
Bras.
Yep. Yep. Oh crap, that thing's hitting my face, isn't it? No, it's not.